just thank you for this time that we're together. And thank you for all the friendships that have been made in this club over the years. As you see people talking and working together after this exciting weekend with the concession stand storm or no storm, depending on how you look at it. We just thank you for all the blessings and the joy that has come out of that. Bless our speaker today and the projects that she's working on. Bless the food to our bodies. In Jesus' name, amen.
Yeah. Okay, and Rex Boswell for the Pledge of Allegiance. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, and Marilyn for our song.
Let's do God Bless America today. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the light with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, through the oceans, wide as snow. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Okay, you may be seated. Okay, we're going to start off with some guest introductions back there in the back.
I'm President Terry Anto Alliance, and no guests today.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Just the guest speaker.
And Penny, do you have a sunshine report for us? No sunshine report. Okay, you guys are going to make this easy. How about happy dollars?
Yeah, happy bucks. We always want happy bucks. One pack. Now, it's National Radio Day, so I want to hear your radio voice.
Radio Days. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Pioneer Lions Club.
Okay, that was good.
We'll have Hal Palmer not sitting in the shower. And we'll listen to the wonderful comedic highlights of George Rader. No, we won't. President Terry Anto Alliance guests. You know what? Kind of a kind of quiet week. You know, like when they, what do they call it? Ignite an underground nuclear blast. It was kind of quiet like that all week long. Now, you know, sometimes when you're involved in this community, stuff happens, and it makes your life a little harder. So it was kind of a long, hard week last week. But it ends up on Saturday with the Justin Rozier Memorial Golf Tournament, where more than 200 law enforcement officials from all over the state and from other states gathered to have fun, golf, and tell cool stories. And I will tell you, my favorite part is that 3 of the kids that I have coached over the years have become law enforcement personnel, and watching them come through, you know, because they used to shoot basketballs when they were this tall, and now they're 6'4",
yeah.
300 pounds, and they can squeeze me in half. Amazing, they're amazing guys. But I'm blessed to have had a life that I've had.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes, you do, Lion Karen. You have to say that whole thing.
Hi, Kurt.
I have a happy
joke he would say to the people in line that kind of had grumpy faces, had to look at their face and wait to see if they were going to get it. If they were going to think that he was being sarcastic. It was just like, I had a fun. It was fun. You did that, yes, you did that. So I hope we work together again. I know.
Love that. Okay, Pastor to Governor Steve Patterson.
Thank you, lovely fellow sisters. I know that's all that matters. That's all that matters. President Carrie Ann, fellow Lions and guests, I'm very, very happy, daughter, while you were struggling and selling burgers and beating up squirrels and all that. I was resting comfortably, like watching the dog while the ladies went shopping. Down in Wilsonville. It was very, very relaxing. Can't tell you how relaxing it is to sit there and do nothing but watch a dog.
Watch the dog do what? You're not going to tell. Okay. Hello, Carrie. Please stand up. You are going to get that full title. Past Zone Chair, Carrie Woodruff.
Cool. Video. I guess I'll have a happy five. President Carrie Ann, fellow Lions and guests. Here, this is my birthday month. I have my oldest grandson turned 26 on the 13th. My youngest grandson turned 6 on the 16th. And I had a granddaughter, my oldest granddaughter, turned 15 on the 19th. So that's a good month of that. And plus the fact today I played the East County Golf. I shot at 81 today and almost shot my age, so that was nice.
Hey, Bob. Hey, Bob.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, Bob.
Face protecting.
Oh, we got to practice.
President Carrie Ann, fellow Lions, and nobody else. Anyway, today I was informed it was my good friend Lloyd's birthday.
All right.
So I can believe it. Why does Rick have his hand up?
Well, because tomorrow is my wife's birthday.
Okay. Should we start together?
Yeah.
Trying to get out of it, huh?
Happy birthday to
This is the last really busy week we have. Concert Thursday, car show Friday or Saturday. Then things slow down a lot for us, so I'm very appreciative of that.
Yes, you are.
Then what are you going to do? Anyway, moving right along.
President Carrie Ann, fellow Lions guests, $5. First dollar is a thank you dollar. He's not expecting it, but it's Pat Palmer, Caucus today for their community service, pro bono printing of our brochures for the debates coming up for the political candidates. You don't know you're doing it for free? Oh. The other $4 is just to cover my part of the program. I had a cancellation week. I showed up, I got 5 after 3, I had to get to the Squirrel Fest. Bob, I'm sorry I'm late. We're shutting down. I realized I'm going to buy the car, Bob, for 5 minutes, you know. And I also had to cancel a surgery for my cataracts. I've been putting that off. You know, these kids would grow up with cuts and bruises and all that stuff. No big deal. Surgery, cutting on the eyes. Yeah. Got to the point I couldn't see where I was driving. I decided to better schedule it. I don't need the car, I don't, that's the limited options here. I couldn't do my golf ball. Had to rely on guys like Carol Malone to tell me where I went. And that was okay for a while, but I realized that from that day forward, I always got the shortest drive off the tee. There's your ball, George, you know. So anyway, I did go down, yeah, I got that, they put the numbing stuff and you can't move your eyeball. Certainly picks up this very sharp knife. He leans over and says, "This is not a big deal. This is a very routine operation, so don't panic, David." I said, okay, but my name's George. I know that. I'm David. I'm just translating.
PCC Harold. I'm sorry. That was close. Hal, it was a Freudian slip. Sorry, Harold.
Thank you very much, Madam President, Carrie Ann, fellow Lions, and the guests that I can see coming almost. Yeah, okay. Happy $5, because as Karen found out, you actually learn something about somebody when you work with their Lions. And I wonder if George Rader could stand up one more time, please. Here's what I learned his last few weeks working with him. He can't find a pen. So George, there's one. Okay? Here's another one for your other pocket. Here's one for your other pocket. And here's a pile just to put somewhere that you can find them. This is my big thank you from Copies Today. You're welcome, Pat.
$9 worth of pen.
Sucks to be you, Pat. Yes, past District Governor Mark Kelch.
President Carrie Ann, fellow Lions and speakers.
Yes.
Happy dollar number one is I'm very happy that my Squirrel Fest shift was before the thunderstorm, so that was the first dollar. Second dollar is and I don't see Cindy today, but had plumbing issues, called Sessions Plumbing. They were much more prompt than I was expecting. I was actually heading out the door with my wife on an outing because we didn't think they'd come for a couple of days, but great, efficient service. Appreciate that. Quote of the week, no attribution this time. Life becomes more meaningful when you realize the simple fact that you will never get the same moment twice.
There you go. All right. Greg. Oh, Greg. Why, Greg? Just Greg.
President Carrie Ann felt like you get a couple bucks a day. First one's about the wife. Still waits for a vascular surgeon to call so he can make an appointment to get her deal taken care of. The second one, it was mentioned that Cindy Sessions is not here today. I did get a text from her. Marie Speck is home here with caregivers. So I think she's more comfortable at home than being up north.
Thank you. Thank you. Anybody up front? No. Oh, Lion Kurt. I think that's
President Carrie Ann, fellow Lions and guests, I have two happy dollars, kind of observation dollars. So I worked at the beer garden, or not beer, I worked at the chuck wagon. In the morning on Saturday. And then the beer garden in the afternoon. And so I was down at the Squirrel Fest all day. Absolutely gorgeous day, beautiful day, perfect day. They told us we had to leave at 6 o'clock. It was a beautiful evening until it was not.
so true, so true. You? No? Okay. President Carrie Ann, I believe we are done.
Okay. All righty. Well, I will bring Kurt up to introduce our speaker.
I get this?
Yep, it's on.
President Carrie Ann, fellow Lions and guests, today's speaker is originally grew up in the Portland area. She has a background in chemical dependency and social services. She came to the Salvation Army, our local Salvation Army, and did a training program 2007 to 2008, and she's been here since 2010 at our local Salvation Army. She is the Social Services Director. Would you give a warm welcome to Kayla Jacobson?
I know, I'm like, dang, that was Hi guys, so just to let you all know, I love the Pioneer Lions. I think you guys are great. You always serve great food, and you're just the type of club that I would want to be a part of.
I've invited you how many times?
I'm getting there. Okay, so
I've invited
I am obviously with the Salvation Army, so I have to.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, it's like.
And some of us are old and have come.
Wow, come on.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm with the Salvation Army. Our mission is the Salvation Army exists to meet human need wherever and whenever and however we can. The Salvation Army is an international movement, is an evangelical part of the Universal Christian Church. Its message is based on the Bible. Its ministry is to motivate by the love of God. Its mission is to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ and meet human needs in his name without discrimination. The Longview Temple Core is opened its doors in 1922 in Kelso, Washington, and it moved to our current location on 10th Avenue in 1995. The Longview Salvation Army Corps is known for supporting the community's needs, responding with enhanced shelter, transitional housing, meals, and financial assistance and other direct services. So, how do we meet the needs, in our local community? We meet those needs by the Hope House. The Hope House, actually, I am the case manager, and I run basically one-bedroom units for transitional living. It's for people that are circumstantially homeless adults, and we offer physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual guidance to them. And the goals are financial stability and permanent housing. Right now, the Hope House is full and has been full for quite some time, and it's a wonderful program. I've housed several people back into permanent housing that have stayed housed, and I think the connection to that is because I keep in contact with them after they leave. Hope Village, I do not run Hope Village, but it does provide enhanced shelter for our chronically homeless adults. The goals for Hope Village is stabilization and housing readiness. When you're dealing with chronically homeless adults, stabilization and housing readiness is really what you can hope for first, and then you move on to kind of a step in, step up, step out program. Pathways of Hope is an amazing program. We do offer it here in Longview. We don't have a lot of families that are interested in it at this point, but it's a long-term stabilization program for families facing an immediate and ongoing life crisis. So for instance, if you have a family of, mom, dad, a few children, they're facing homelessness, they can come into Pathways of Hope and get intense case management, and they can learn how to cycle out of the cycle that they may be in, regardless of what part of that cycle they're in. So if they're, it's not a funding program. This is how to teach people to be able to be stable and keep permanent housing, and to be able to manage their families without having to ask for assistance from, every agency that offers it in town, because they're not able to understand how or manage their money or their housing, or maybe their children need daycare. There's a lot goes into helping a family become stable. We do meal you guys haven't seen the hygiene center, it's a really cool thing. It used to just be our warehouse where we stored food. And now we have one shower, we have 2 washers and dryers, and we also have a client choice food pantry. That means people can walk through, they can choose what they want for their families. They don't have to take things that they're allergic to. It, alleviates waste. And when we have people that are unhoused come in, we give them a bag of food. So they're not taking out a huge box that they're gonna set on the street and that, they're gonna leave and other people will have to clean up. So it's definitely, it has really, I've seen a big difference in the waste in the alley since we started doing the client choice pantry. And people, families that come in that are able to choose their foods and what they're gonna cook, they feel, I think it gives them some sort of sense of feeling like, yes, they may be in a position where they have to come to a food pantry, but they don't have to, they're able to cook, foods that their family would enjoy. We also do direct assistances. So, let me go back a little bit. So our client choice food pantry is open 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 2 to 4. Anybody in the community is welcome to come to that. All they have to do is come in the doors and sign up at our front desk, and we'll give them a number, and they go back and they're able to shop. We also have our meals that serve anybody in the community, which we've seen a huge rise in our 5-day-a-week meal program, the hot meal upstairs. We've seen a huge rise in elderly folks coming in, needing to use that service because they either have to choose between their medication or getting a meal. And so they're really, we've seen probably a 30% rise in elderly folks coming in to access that meal. And we're actually letting them eat downstairs in our fellowship hall because our elevator is on the break. So we're still able to serve them that hot meal, So our hygiene center is open 4 days a week. We do 4 showers, 30-minute showers from 9:30 in the morning till 11:30 in the morning. Folks can come in and take a shower, do a little laundry. We provide the shampoo, conditioner, we do a disposable towel, so there's not, a lot of having, to wash towels that may not be washable sometimes. And we also, that is ADA compliant, so somebody in a wheelchair can actually go in and use that shower. We also have a chair in there, which is made into the shower, so it's really great for everybody. We also, like I said, we do direct assistances. We do gas vouchers. They are for folks that may be looking for work or have out-of-town appointments. Those out-of-town appointments could be like if they have to go to, Vancouver or Portland. Also, we do some gas vouchers for a couple of families that have kidney dialysis and they live out past Coal Creek, and they're just something that they can't afford every single day to take mom to kidney dialysis and still have gas money for work. We also do some utility assistance. We don't do as much utility assistance as we used to, but in a dire strait, we had a woman call about a month ago. Her power was shut off. Her husband had passed away 5 days prior, and she was in her 80s. And so we did pay her power bill of $338 and turned it on. We didn't want her in 90-degree heat without, any type of fan or anything. And the utility company wasn't able to assist her since they had already. So we worked with PUD and we got it paid, and she had her electricity during that 95-degree heat we had. We also have a rental assistance program. We use federal funding through EFSP, which is through United Way, and we also have a local budget that we use, which is Salvation Army, and it's budgeted every year to be able to assist families with rental assistance. We do help with the last $300 of the current month's rent, and we also help with full month's rent assistance if the need is there and it's something that we can discuss, talk about, and make sure the need is there, I guess you could say. And we help families one time a year, and if something happens to where there's some sort of crisis, and utilities. We provided 15,954 nights of shelter, which is through our Hope House and Hope Village program. We placed 25 families in permanent housing. I know that doesn't seem a lot, but we placed 25 families in permanent housing that are still in permanent housing, which makes a really, really big impact. So we also provided 3,340 clothing items, gifts, toys, and other materials distributed through our Christmas programs, through donated items that were given to us and we've given out to the community. We helped 300 families for Christmas, and that would be with toys, clothes, shoes, and any other items that we had available. The Pioneer Alliance does an amazing job for our adoptive family that we really, really appreciate. Something we can always depend on in those families that we choose for that. I choose for that program. I choose very wisely, and they're definitely, we've had some families that really, really were impacted by you guys helping. So we really do appreciate that. We did 75,632 recorded acts of service in the total period of 10/23 through 6/24. Thanks! So here's some fundraising priorities that we have right now. Right now we're trying to move our food pantry hygiene center from being part-time to full-time. We're seeking funding sources to increase our operational capacity of our food pantry and hygiene center. Right now our food pantry hygiene center runs on one part-time employee, one community jobs, me, and our driver janitor, and our youth director, Courtney. So we all work out there, we all make it work, we all make it happen, and but we would really like to increase our operational capacity to hire some others, or even have some volunteers. That would be great. So our capital, we are wanting to get capital funding to cover deferred maintenance on major equipment items, like heat pump replacements. We have 2 that are out. We also have an elevator that we did file for a CDBG grant, I believe, through this city, because the elevator does not work. I would say it works maybe 1 out of 4 times. So it does not work. It gets stuck up or you get stuck in it. We had an employee over the weekend a few months ago that got stuck in it and called the number, needed to pick up the phone, and he was freaking out. And there's nobody else in the building, and he called the number, and some lady answered the phone and was like, "Can I help you?" And he's like, "I'm stuck in the elevator." Finally, they got him the phone call routed to the right people, and he got out of the elevator, but Pat was not happy about that. Just saying, that was bad. So we have a board and development recruitment. We would like to connect with, so for our board, we'd like to connect with like-minded organizations, individuals in the community, connect with identified donors and community leaders. We'd like to add 5 new members in the fiscal year 25, representing diverse backgrounds, set board expectations, participation in giving standards, donor cultivation, and identify ways to engage with the community in special events. This is something that they've been working on over the past year or so, to try to advance the board into something more like-minded, where everybody is kind of like-minded, I guess, and everybody brings a different, something different to the board, basically, something different that they can set expectations and start working on some fundraising. So we have some community partnerships. We do partnerships with Awakenings, the Free Clinic Street Medicine, Family Health Center, Awakenings, the Compass Career Solutions, Love Overwhelming, Core Health, Lower Columbia College, Cascade Age Project, the Tri River Cafe, the Longview Community Church, New Life Church, Radical Love, Pets Are People Too, Humane Society, and Narcotics Anonymous. We work with all these agencies in different levels of participation. but it is something that without community partnerships, you definitely would be climbing a ladder that never ended. So community partnership goals this year is we actually already have the community jobs program. We have a gal that's been placed with us. She is amazing. She does great work. And, you know, it's all paid through her TANF because she's receiving TANF and she's in the community jobs program. So they give her 19 hours, or give us 19 hours a week. And she has really, really helped out a lot. We're also working with Bank of America in our financial literacy workshops for Hope Village and for Hope House. We want to teach people financial literacy to help them become, you know, more stable. So we have this great fundraiser. I brought some, looks like some flyers for this. This is called the Salvation Army Advisory Board First Annual Fundraiser. It's called the Empty Bowl. It's Thursday, October 24th from 6 to 8. It's basically you purchase a ceramic bowl, and it has like a silent auction, a dessert dash, testimonials, live music. It's going to be a really great event. We'd love if you guys would want to sponsor a table, or you'd just like to come to the event. We'd love to see you there. Now register to ring. So register to ring is Salvation Army's new way of registering to ring. For the volunteer, so it's a volunteer place to sign up for groups for the Red Kettle. So from November 29th through December 24th is our kettle season. You can sign up, I believe, as soon as October 1st. You can scan the Register to Ring QR code. It'll take you where you need to go. If you don't want to sign up that way or you need help, please contact Major Phil or Major Laurie or even me, and I would be happy to help. We'd love to have group participation. We really appreciate when groups sign up and, you know, come out and, you know, ring our bells for us. So here's some contact information for Major Phil and Laurie Smith. You know, they're at the building at 1639 10th. There's their email addresses, their phone numbers to the office, and there is the www.longview.salvationarmy.org. That is our website. You can get a lot of information off there. I did bring cards. You're welcome to give me a call if you want to, or you have any questions about anything. And that is it. If you guys have any questions, let me know.
Now you can stand up here again.
Question over here.
Where do you get your funding
For what program?
for any of it?
So we have a general budget that comes from Salvation Army.
Hello.
See, I'm a bad people. Okay, so we have a general budget, which is our budget that comes in from our white mail, our donors, our any money that is donated to the Longview Salvation Army. That's where our fiscal year budget comes from. We do get federal funding for our rental assistance program, but everything else is funded through Salvation Army. We are trying to get the CDBG grant for our elevator, but we don't have any. I don't believe we have any other funding. Oh, I'm sorry, we have a trust, the Josie Trust that we got back in 2010, that we do get a interest payments from that trust that also are put into our budget for the year, and we live off of that interest, but it's about $40,000 a year.
Wow.
Service organizations writing checks.
So we get checks from, during Christmas time, we get checks from, I believe we get some checks from everybody. From everybody, yeah. We get a lot of service organization checks during Christmas time, but that doesn't, not throughout the year. It's just generally at Christmas time.
No way to let us know when they have already done the city or the area.
it already held a hearing on that money, but I don't know for sure. Does anybody else know? Maybe Eric?
What was the question?
The CBDG grant, did they already hold the,
Yeah, and Salvation Army got their full allowance for the elevator.
right, so we're just working on some, I can't remember, there was a contingency to that, but it was some sort of,
We needed 2 more quotes.
2 more quotes, which I got. But we needed something else that was some sort of they come out and read these readings throughout the building to make sure it has the right readings in order to receive, I don't know exactly what it was, I'm sorry. But, yeah, so if we get those, then yes,
Just
we get the
Hector
grant,
goes
and we're gonna get this. I mean, they're gonna fix it.
I know Al has very good shopping for,
Yeah.
and our inspectors, we are, yes.
Can you believe that?
That on the escalator? Anybody else have any questions that I can answer for you?
I was just wondering, for people that give every month or every 3 months, how much of the money actually goes to the Cowlitz County? Because I noticed that it goes within the.
Okay, so let me explain that to you. So, you know, where it says it, on the envelope, so they send you a thing saying they can feed, you know, we'll take 10 families for $25, and then there's a little barcode and it shows like Phoenix, Arizona. That is a mailing distribution center. That barcode on the bottom is read by like a reader, and all that money comes back to Longview. It's considered mail. And if you want to make sure your donation stays in Longview and you feel uncomfortable about the mail and sending it to Phoenix, Arizona, you're more than happy to come in and drop it off and put in the memo, Longview Core. So you can, because that goes directly to our U.S. Bank here in town. Anybody else?
Now that Bank of America is closing, you gonna find a new bank to work with?
We work with U.S. Bank.
Okay, remember up there said Bank of America for financial counsel?
No, we're actually going to work with that same gentleman. He actually comes out of Portland. And no, he comes out of Longview, but he's going to go into Portland, but he's still going to do literacy classes for us. Yeah. So. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Kayla. Caleb?
I'd like to present to you our Longview Pioneer Lions mug, and I'm sure Greg can pass up
We're
a...
not getting her, Sharon.
I passed her for 3 years,
Sharon
and it's partially filled out for you. All you have to do is finish it.
15 years, Kayla, you know.
I know how 15 years.
There's no pressure at all, but we expect that to be filled out.
Return it to Greg.
Are we done?
You're good.
Okay.
Yep,
we're
you're
to
good.
go.
Thank
Have a-
you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Kayla. I'll be talking to
Another
you
round
soon.
of applause for Salvation Army. Okay, yeah, that's perfect. Okay, we'll move on to our announcements. Bob Piper, do you want to repeat the happenings?
Hey, Bob.
Hey, Bob. Hey, Bob.
President Carrie Ann, all Lions guests. Like I mentioned, this week we still have one more concert. And the car show needs some volunteers to help us with that. In a couple of weeks, we have the Extreme Machine event. Where we're selling hot dogs and soda pop. And that's a fun one. If you haven't been to that, kids really enjoy it. A couple other things later on in the season, but that's pretty much what we got. So if I get some help for this last week, I would feel real good. So thank you very much.
We want you to feel good, Bob.
Yeah.
And how about Hal Palmer?
Thank you, Madam President. I wonder if you could come down here with me.
Oh,
We really
yes, I can.
appreciate that. We all know about the Lions Clubs International Foundation. Has anybody forgotten? Because I only talked about it every meeting for, for 4 years. There are 3 ways that can happen with an Melvin Jones Fellow. Lions Clubs International can give you one if they want to. They haven't seen that done in decades. The club could give it. And also, as Dwayne so eloquently showed us 4 or 5 years ago, you can donate yourself. And because of that, Lions Clubs International Foundation provides a Melvin Jones Fellow. So at this point, if Teresa Smith could come up. Okay, come on up, Teresa. I wasn't supposed to do that, she says. Can you believe that? Does anybody here know that if I'm asked not to do this, what's going to happen?
It's
I'm
gonna
going to
get
do it.
done.
So on behalf of Lions Clubs International Foundation, we want to thank you for supporting the foundation that helps thousands and thousands of people around the world. And President Carrie Ann is going to give you a pin. While she's doing that, how many have seen me carry this every week for about a month now? Yeah. Thank you for coming. And Terry, congratulations and thank you. The last thing is, I'm looking for an assistant that I can train who would like to be LCIF chairman someday. Because I know George Moore did it until he died. I wasn't thinking I was going to do it that long. So come see me.
All right, I know. Giving away the pens, I might get killed later today. True.
Let's do Jane since you're back there.
President Carrie Ann, fellow Lions. Just something to think about
just got one.
as you may be cleaning out your linen closet and towel closets. The shop could use washcloths, hand towels, just a few bath towels, not too many of those, but we can really use the washcloths and the hand towels. So if you want to get rid of some of the ones that you've had for out, I don't care how beat up they are. We will definitely make use of them either on the grill or in doing the dishes. So please bring them in anytime. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Jane. Let's go to Karen Johnson next, please.
Hello. Nope.
President Karen, we will have a short education committee meeting over here right after the meeting.
The short one, Steve.
Yeah.
Short one. So please join us right after the meeting.
Yeah.
Okay, and we can go to Marilyn next.
President Carey, fellow Lions and guests, particularly the board members we offered and anyone that's involved in the district connections. I want to have a club roster for our entire district. It lists the club, the officers, and all the members, and contact information. It's very simple. They're $8 this year, and I will have them next week. So for those who have mentioned they show an interest, can I see a show of hands? 1, 2, 6, 7. Okay, and another one over there. So I'll write your names down, or you can come to me after the club meeting. I'll be over there at the ed meeting, and we'll get your names down, and once I pick them up, you can either pay me today or next week or within that amount. Any questions on those? All good, thank you.
Okay, let's go to Terry Woodruff next, and then you're walking the wrong direction. Then we're going to Greg Firth.
President Carrie Ann, fellow lands and guests. Just a quick deal on Jim Reinke and Eileen. As far as I know, Jim will just have a graveside service when that happens. If we want to have a celebration of life, I think they're thinking that the Lions should do it.
Yeah.
I don't mind doing that at all. At any rate, Eileen is at Americana, still getting things put together. As far as the guy that also is part of this, Mike Feldman, has talked about that, she may need a lot of help too when she gets to go home. So she may need the help there that Marie's getting. At any rate, the other thing is, wards meeting, we'll do it down here at this table since they're throwing those people over there. That's it for me. Thank you.
Right there.
President, Carrie Ann, fellow Lions guests. Day of Caring, Evaluate Day of Caring is September 12th. That's just about 3 weeks out. I have a sign-up sheet over here for those who want to come and work. It's a lot of fun. It's just basically that morning of the 12th, it's Thursday. It is a board meeting day, but as soon as you get done out of the board meeting, you can run over to the PUD. One other thing, Power of the Purse, that's also United Way. That's October 17th. The last 2 years, we went over and helped them set up, and I'm sure they're going to ask us to do it again this year. One question I have for the club is, do we want to spend a little bit of money or light a purse for it, or some gift certificates or whatever? All that money goes right directly into the United Way. So if anybody's got feelings in that respect.
What day was that again, on the Power of the Purse?
Power of the Purse is October 17th. That's also a Thursday. Not for Power of the Purse.
Day of Caring.
Day of Caring is 9 o'clock. That's the
13th is a Friday.
What?
September 12th.
I said September 12th.
Okay, 12th.
Yeah, it's got a 2, not a 3 now.
Okay, yeah, 2. Yeah, 1 and 2. Yeah, they're both early. 1, 2. I can embarrass the rest of you anytime I feel like it.
President Carol Ann, fellow Lions and guests. We're going to have kind of an odd thing, but I know everybody here, at least almost everybody, graduated from a school around here.
Well,
sort of.
Well, you asked about graduating, right?
Yeah. So, over at the Elks Lodge, we're going to have a sock hop, and it's going to be for all local alumni and their guests, which I hope that Lions Club here would come on over. And it's going to be on September 28th, 7 to 11, and the King Brothers is going to be playing. Pardon? Both.
Oh, boy.
So, my boss, Ray King, he owned King's Crane Service. And he put on one of these sock hops years ago over at Hotel Monticello. He did it 3 years in a row, and he paid for all of it. He was a great guy. And I was thinking about that the other day. I said, what if we had ourselves a sock hop where everybody that was in the local schools, that's Woodland, Kalama, Kelso, Mark Morris, Ari Long, Tudor Lake, Castle Rock, all of them came around, and we call it the sock hop. You dress for your particular year that you graduated in. And it'll be on September 28th. We really haven't decided whether or not we're going to have a kind of a taco bar, or it's just going to be just the dance. But I'd love to have all you guys here and the ladies.
What if we're not local?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. can
You're
you
a
say
guest.
Local. You're local anyway.
Yeah.
Well, that's a different
What do
kind
you
of
say?
local.
Can you say loco or local? So anyway, think it over, everybody. I'd love to have you over there. It should be a great lot of fun. And thank you.
I get it back?
You do, and
I don't know, after we put the president, this is where I'm going.
I think we're done. Yes, except for I have our next steps, which is a ticket. Let me see. I know, sorry, I have to remember which one to do. Blue ticket is 9347 7
Right there.
Oh, right up here.
You drew your own.
And
I protest. She drew her own.
red ticket is 760831.
No.
Guess what?
You got it?
Last ticket.
Oh. Okay, Hal, so you have to tell Pat back there, our treasurer, where you want your money to go.
Buy the diamond.
Buy the diamonds.
Oh, dang it.
You want yours here? I'll give you my business.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, good luck. I'm gonna pick his choice.
Oh, we've got Relay for Life. We've got diabetes, white cane, sight and hearing, LCIF.
I'll do the white cane.
White cane. Okay, white cane it is. So we will go back to the back table. Darlene or Jane, okay?
President Carrie Ann, helps to hold the mic up. First pick goes to Mike Parker, for both of them. And whatever's left over goes to Karen Johnson.
It goes to Rick.
Okay, that is all we have here today. Does anybody else have anything to bring up before we
Sure, I'll bring it up.
head out? Yeah, Leroy.
So next Tuesday, hopefully during this coming week, the box will be renumbered, so you're not gonna find your badge where you've been finding it, and you've been able to find it. But, so it's all gonna be, should be done by next Tuesday.
All right.
Okay, and then also don't forget this. This is in the future, but don't forget we're going to do an evening meeting. And so we're trying to put together what we're going to do for that. We're going to meet September 19th from 6 to 7 p.m. at Ashtown. And there is a Facebook event invite. Yes. Yeah. Open
mouth
on whoever leaves the credit card there, yes.
Are you wanting all of the board, all of us there, or how's that going to go?
Yeah, I think whoever can come, at least to begin with, would be great. So, yeah. We're going to give it a shot. I think it'll be a good idea because some people can't make, the meeting during the day. And so we're giving them an option once a month to come to our evening meeting. So I think it'll be good, and all the support that we can get for that would be great.
Well,
so.
that was one thing that has come up numerous times in our SWOT analysis, so I think it's good.
Yeah, we've talked about it for a long time, just haven't done it, so.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys go out and enjoy the afternoon.